Wood Farm is located in the east of Oxford, highlighted here in the red. With good connection to Cowley and Headington and 2 bus routes to the city centre, it also has close proximity to the A4142, offering routes to London. During my swab analysis of the area, there are a few key crucial issues with the site, such as blank, empty frontages, the large size of the block, a lack of surveillance in critical areas around the site, and a lack of mixed uses. The swab analysis led to certain design actions being taken with the project, aiming to improve the area overall. Here we can see the original layout of the area, which contains large areas of green, promoting the area's vitality, yet the disproportionate orientation of the block leads it to a feeling of disjointment. Here is a rooftop plan of my design proposal, with some of the residential areas being turned into perimeter blocks. Perimeter blocks are an efficient layout for housing, with an internal and external complete perimeter. This offers differentiation between public and private space, with surveillance facing inwards protecting the whole block's back gardens, and surveillance being provided for the external circumference, improving the sense of security in place. At present, many of the buildings face backwards onto open spaces and routes, therefore providing less surveillance and damaging the aesthetic appeal of the area. Slope, or space left over after planning, damages an area's sense of vitality, as it leaves areas open or fenced off that can serve no development pattern in the future, and can make an area feel dead and unwanted. These were evident all over Wood Farm area. Wood Farm suffers from bad orientation and human proportions. Its large size discourages walking, and in several situations there is evidence of standalone development not fitting into its surroundings. Many small fences have been placed around the site, most notably on areas of space left over after planning. This harms the area's permeability and legibility. The area benefits from large areas of green space for activities and pastimes of its residents, although there are a limited number of benches provided to complement this space and encourage people to sit and socialise. Some of the grassy areas are also under-maintained. There is a slow speed level among vehicle and pedestrian movement, and this benefits the area's feeling of security, but many of the pedestrian paths feel cluttered and isolated, with no surveillance from windows being provided and poor levels of sporadic lighting. Some of the roads are also under-maintained, with evidence of cracks and potholes forming. The large size of the roads are unrelated to human proportions and can offer a feeling of inactivity, whilst also providing room for car parking. My regeneration proposal is centred around the retrofitting of Wood Farm. Large perimeter blocks have been introduced to provide surveillance and clear dividing lines between public and private space. The block as a whole has been split into 3 separate blocks to increase ease of movement and permeability. The private space offered in these perimeter blocks should also benefit the feeling of community in the area. The car garages have been removed to create open-air parking, with the aim of providing more parking spaces and creating a more open space. The roads have all been connected so no dead ends exist, and the concept of shared space is used to slow down vehicles and give priority of the roads back to pedestrians. The open spaces are more defined, with the taking away of small fences and barriers and the introduction of a bandstand and gym area with the already existing playground. More benches have also been brought in to provide a reason to stay and socialise. A small open space has also been provided on the northeast of the site with the introduction of a pond and a blue network. A small pub has also been placed to increase mixed uses. Forester Tower has also been retrofitted with solar panels on the roof to provide some renewable energy. New forms of insulation will be used, and by making 2 sides of the tower out of wood panelling, the aesthetic image of the area, which is dominated by Forester's Tower, is positively increased.